Well, we are at the end of another week of reading. I hope you are enjoying. We're now also at the end of the book of Judges. So we're quite a ways in to our story. I'm not even going to try to describe to you what's going on in chapters 19, 20, and 21 in any kind of detail. It's just a little bizarre and very difficult. I've tried to find some interesting points to make about it. I've looked at different commentaries and things, and these are chapters that people are in a lot of confusion on. I certainly am one of them. Chapter 19 is a story of this Levite and his concubine, and his concubine is unfaithful to him. She runs away and goes to her dad's house. He goes to get her. On the way back, there is an encounter with the people from Benjamin in this one city, Gibeah. And it's an encounter similar to what you read about with the angels going down to Sodom and Gomorrah when they were in Lot's house. I'm going to leave it at that. At the end, his concubine is killed, and the message is sent throughout the land that the Benjamites have done this, and it is a gruesome thing to read. When you get to chapter 20, the rest of Israel is appalled that the Benjamites would do that. And they send them, they get together and they're prepared as fighting men to go and deal with the situation. They ask the Benjamites to send out the perpetrators and let them be treated appropriately for their crime. But they refuse. Remember, we've pointed out a couple of times that there's starting to be these infightings. At times they gather together, and at times they argue with each other, and they don't really get along. There's this phrase used that there was no king in the land. And so anyway, they refuse to turn the evildoers over, and so the rest of Israel goes off to fight them, and they pretty much destroy the entire nation of Dan. When you get to chapter 21, the end of it, everybody is sad because now one of the 12 tribes is pretty much missing and is going to disappear, because when they destroyed them, they destroyed the men and the women. There's just a few people left, a few men left is the implication. And now they're having remorse and they want to do something about it. But there's been this commitment made that they wouldn't allow any of their daughters to marry any of the men from Benjamin. I couldn't get the name right. And so they can't give their daughters to them to rebuild the land. So what they do is they look for one of the cities that didn't participate in coming out to go battle for them, and they went and they destroyed that city, and they took all of the virgin daughters from that city, and they gave them to the folks from Dan because they wouldn't break their commitment not to share their daughters. Wasn't quite enough, so then they offer the remaining men from Dan. They said, you can go at this festival time when our virgin daughters will be out dancing and participating in the festivities. And if you steal one of them, we're not going to come after you. Very, very, very strange stories in these last 3 chapters. And it ends with, at this time, there was no king in the land. And so we're setting up where we're about to be in just a couple of books when we're going to get into the story of the kings. So anyway, I would say enjoy the reading, pay attention, try to keep track of it. It flows kind of curiously, but it is a tough reading this time, a very, very tough reading. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great evening. God bless you.